I was in Governor Cody's office. He was the Senate president then. It was sometime in the spring of 2004. And he said, Bob, I've always wanted to do something about those boarding homes and residential health care facilities. So he asked me to do some research, and we came up with 5 residential health care facilities in particular that were just dramatically poorly maintained. Long story short, we roll up in front of Eden House. It was a brutally hot August morning. It was already 85 degrees at 7 o'clock. And as we entered the facility, I remember very vividly, someone offered to sell me crack. We had to negotiate our way around the prostitutes. We were overwhelmed with the stench of urine. The place was just dirty and filthy, and there was folks that were obviously mentally ill wandering around. Did our inspection. We went room to room. We talked with the consumers who verbalized great dissatisfaction. We saw things like puddle of urine on the floor. We saw a dead rodent. We saw 3 or 4 people sleeping in a room designed for 1 and 2 on mattresses with no sheets. Just a horrible place. Human beings should not have been living there. Someone behind me said, "Sir, stop." And I turned around. It was a police officer. The operator had called the police department. And I go, sir, you're going to have to leave, or else we're going to have to arrest you. So I said, well, I'll be happy to go, but you're going to have to talk to that guy yourself. So he went walking up a couple of stairs, and he looked up the stairs, and he goes, "Oh, it's Senator Cody." He looks at the other officer, and he says, "Well, I'm not arresting Senator Cody today." We had brought the Star-Ledger and their photographer with us. So the next day, this was statewide news. The news channels were all coming out to do interviews with Senator Cody. Well, about 9 o'clock, his office called me and said they'd like me to do the interviews. It was a friend of mine. I said, what's going on? He goes, well, I'm really not authorized to tell you, which was very official. So then I knew something big was going on. I said, well, it sounds like it's really big. And he goes, oh, yeah, it's big, all right. I said, is McGreevey resigning? And the fellow said, yeah, he's going to resign today. And I'll be honest with you, my first reaction was, oh, my God, Cody's going to be governor. And when Cody's governor, mental health is going to be a priority. This is going to be Mental Health Day. And in fact, it was.